my life, the river parable. Have any of you heard this one? It's a really common story in public health. All right, here I go. So I believe it's really relevant to our movement. Imagine a peaceful village nestled by a river. One day, as the villagers were working in their fields, they noticed a tiny figure flailing for help in the menacing rapids of the river. It was a child. Shocked and alarmed, they rushed to pull him from the water and saved his life. But the next day, more people were seen floundering and sputtering in the river. The villagers again sprang into action, putting themselves into great danger, attempting to rescue everyone they could reach. They then rallied their resources to provide the people with food, clothing, shelter. As days turned into weeks, the number of people in the river increased dramatically. Soon, the entire village was consumed with operations striving to help those, as many as they could. The villagers became exhausted. The relentless flow of those in danger showed no signs of stopping. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't save everyone. A sense of hopelessness began to settle on the village. Imagine the tension and the heartbreak of seeing more being lost than ever before. The fear of their loved ones falling into danger too. Imagine the burnout and the apathy felt by all of those in the village. One day, a few villagers suggested an idea. What if we go upstream to find out why these people are ending up in the river in the first place? Then maybe we can find a way to fix the issue. A heated debate erupted. We can't do that. Every available hand is needed to help those right in front of us. As it is, we can't keep up. Exactly, others retorted. We can't keep up. We need to address the root cause of why this is happening, or the number of people lost will only continue to grow. Eventually, the village elders decided to send a small group upstream. As they journeyed, they encountered numerous challenges, from treacherous terrain to hostile forces, but they pressed on, driven by the hope of finding a way to stop the tragedy. Finally, the upstream group discovered the truth. It was a combination of natural disasters, malicious acts, and systemic failures that were causing people to end up in the river. It was this complex web of factors, but with the knowledge, they could begin to address the root causes and prevent more people from being thrown in the river. Okay, so if we apply this to our movement, the truth is that both those insisting on going upstream and those working frantically to help those out of the river play a very crucial role. Like the villagers, our movement is filled with those who are speeding to help at every level. So I want to talk about some of the different spaces. There's some of us who are called to alert others. We're the voices that help everyone see what's happening. We're rallying more hands to help. Who of you in the audience feel like this is your role? You're here to help people understand that there's a problem in the first place. Can we stand up if this is your space? I want you to see each other because I want you to find each other here. So you know that that's what you're called to do. You're the ones who are making the invisible visible. You are shining a light on the hidden horrors. Thank you. Thank you. And then there are others who are jumping in to help. You're the brave souls who jump in to pull people out of the river. You're providing critical services to survivors and risking often your own life and safety. Can those stand up who are doing that in the direct intervention? Yeah. Thank you. You are the frontline heroes. Oh, I'm going to cry. This is powerful. And then there are others who are supporting, I think this is probably the hardest, the lifelong healing of each other. You commit to the long-term work of supporting lifelong healing, helping survivors rebuild their lives and reintegrate into society. Can those of you stand who are working in that space? Your dedication is the bedrock of their support system, and your work is what helps individuals find hope and healing. You know and you love tirelessly. All right, then there are these there's so many, oh, okay. The problem persists though, right? Despite all of these efforts, the problem is persisting. Many are watching on and feel overwhelmed and they feel helpless. We have to acknowledge that no matter how many we help, the flow continues. No matter how many people we pull out of the river, we can't keep up unless we go upstream. So we need those who raise the alarm and educate communities on how to avoid getting trapped in the snares of exploitation, who equip the parents and the youth to protect themselves from falling into the snares. We need those who address vulnerability factors like poverty and discrimination. Who in this room is doing that? Let's see. Let's stand up. You're more upstream. Thank you. We need those who are building dams, who are creating safe spaces and creating systemic safeguards, ensuring that protection, then reducing the risk of harm. But what if we can change the system entirely? What if we could remove the danger at its source by stopping perpetrators, by holding accountable those who facilitate harm, and ensuring that technology policies prioritize safety? We can truly work for a world free from sexual exploitation. Friends, every single one of us is needed to create that systemic change. Those who are seeking to work upstream need to know what's happening downstream. And that's what we're doing here at this summit today. And this week, we're all gathering together for a moment to learn and to network and to strategize so that we can stop these problems at the root. I thank you so much for being here.